Pressure doesn't change who you are. It introduces you. It strips away what's rehearsed, what's borrowed, what's performative, and it leaves only what's real. Everyone looks composed when conditions are soft, when timelines are flexible, when outcomes aren't on the line. But pressure removes the buffer. It doesn't ask who you want to be. It shows who you've trained to be. That's why so many people unravel when things tighten. They've built personality, not structure. They've practiced confidence, not discipline. Pressure exposes that difference immediately. When pressure arrives, some people rush. Some people react. Some people talk louder, move faster, grab at control they never actually had. Others slow down. Not because they're passive, but because they're prepared. Pressure introduces you in how you breathe, in how you move, and what you do first when things don't go as you planned. Do you scramble, or do you adjust? Do you explain, or do you execute? Do you abandon your standards, or do they hold? Pressure doesn't care about your intentions. It responds only to your habits. That's why preparation is quiet. That's why repetition looks boring. That's why discipline doesn't advertise itself. Because its purpose isn't to impress. It's to stabilize you when nothing else is stable. Most people think pressure is the enemy. It isn't. Pressure is the audit. It reveals what was reinforced and what was ignored. What was built with patience and what was rushed. Under pressure, fake confidence collapses. Borrowed identity fractures. Unpracticed calm disappears. What remains is your baseline. That's what pressure introduces. This is why control men don't fear pressure. They respect it. They know pressure will expose shortcuts, so they stop taking them early. They know pressure will magnify weakness, so they address it quietly, long before it's visible. They don't wait for motivation. They build systems. They don't rely on emotion. They rely on structure. When pressure shows up, they don't rise to the occasion. They return to their design. That's the difference. Pressure doesn't create greatness. It reveals whether it was already there. This is why stillness matters. Why pacing matters. Why restraint matters. Not for aesthetics, but because these habits train your nervous system to stay grounded when intensity spikes. A man who practices calm in ordinary moments doesn't lose posture in extraordinary ones. Pressure introduces you in how little you need to change when things get heavy. If pressure forces you to become someone else, you weren't ready. If pressure sharpened you, you were already aligned. That's why disciplined men move differently. They don't flinch when the tension arrives. They don't panic when stakes rise. They don't overcorrect when challenged. They've already met themselves in quieter moments. Pressure is just a mirror, and mirrors don't lie. This is Ritual POV. Pressure introduces you.